Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is the day where we get to try out the high-end Allure Best of Beauty award winners. You guys probably know that I love to do this video every single year. I already filmed and uploaded the drugstore version of this, so if you want to see me testing out and doing a full face of the drugstore Best of Beauty award winners from Allure, I'll have that link down below. This video usually takes a little bit longer for me to piece together just because I usually have to order some things online. This is probably the annual video that hurts my wallet the most every year, but I'm really excited to sit down and to finally be able to share with you guys some of these award winners. And a lot of them I actually do own already and I've actually tried before, so I already have a solid opinion on quite a few products. On the other hand, I did pick up quite a few products as well because that's the point of this video, so let's just get right into it. Keep in mind that there's like so many winners. For some reason, the drugstore category, there weren't certain things from the drugstore that won in like certain categories, you know? But for this one, for like all the high-end products, there were several different things per category, so I kind of had to narrow it down a little bit. Like for example, there were a few brow products that won, and I just figured that I would just pick up the ones that I wanted to try, and that wouldn't like double on top of each other, if that makes sense. So for brows, this Healy brow powder won an award. I picked mine up in the shade Tobacco. I've never heard of this brand before, but I figured I wanted to try out a brow powder to fill in my brows today. It just seemed more interesting. I think like Armani won in the brow pencil category, but I couldn't find it on Sephora. It was only available on like their website, and it would have taken too long to get here by the time I realized that I was missing an eyebrow pencil. So we're just gonna go in with this brow powder. I'm using an angled brush and I'm just kind of lightly filling in the brows. This is actually a nice color. I usually don't go this dark with my brows, but since it's a brow powder, I still feel like it looks really natural and it actually matches my natural brow hairs almost exactly, I feel. I always like to flip over my spoolie and just brush it out. What do you guys think? I really like that actually. I'm usually one to use a brow pencil, but I feel like I could see myself reaching for this quite a bit. All right, I'm just gonna fill in the other brow exactly like I did the first brow. Okay, I really like how my brows look. I feel like, again, they're very defined, but they still look really natural to me, which I really, really like. Probably should have like groomed my brows before this video, but too late now. Okay, so there were kind of a lot of eye products that won awards, so I just basically pieced together what I was personally the most interested in trying. Oh, before we get into that though, I wanted to apply or wear these right here. These won an award. This is from KNC Beauty. These are the all-natural retinol infused eye masks. So this won an award and I wanted to try these out. These have been like on my wish list for a minute actually, but they were sold out for a while, so I never picked them up. So now this was a really good excuse for me to try them. Oh my goodness, these are so fragile. Look how cute though. Okay, I'm gonna apply these underneath the eyes. And I'm gonna wear them while I do my eyeshadow. Ooh, they have a really, really nice cooling effect. Those are cute. I like them. Obviously with things like these, like I don't know if I'll be able to give you, well, I won't be able to give you like a full-on review because I feel like, especially since it says that there's retinol in here, it's probably a product that I will have to use pretty consistently to get back to you on like the overall results of this product, but I can tell you right away, it feels really nice underneath the eyes. And they're really cute too, which is always a plus. Okay, so there were a few different eyeshadow palettes. Well, there were some eyeshadow singles that won. There was the Victoria Beckham palette that won. But this was one that I felt like was more accessible, so that's why I chose to try this out. So this palette is from Juvia's Place, which I've tried their eyeshadows before and I really, really enjoy them. And this is such an interesting looking palette. So the palette that won specifically is the Warrior 3. And it's basically all colorful. I'll show you it right here. Here's what it looks like on the inside. I feel like it's such an interesting palette to win an award just because of the color scheme. I am really excited to try it, but I am such a neutrals girl, which is kind of why I picked this up as well, because I feel like so many of you guys would have been like, you should try some color. So yeah, this is what we're gonna try out. I'm gonna be using my NARS eyeshadow primer. Just gonna apply that to the lids and just blend it out with a brush. All right, we're gonna start off with the pink shade in the palette right here. This is called Fenty. I'm kind of nervous to use this just because I feel like such an amateur sometimes when it comes to colored eyeshadow, especially like a palette like this where everything is colorful. But I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to the transition area of the eye. Once there's less on the brush, I'm just buffing it up toward the brow to create that gradient. Same thing on this eye. Oh my gosh, I was meaning to tell you guys at the very beginning of this video that my medium bags have restocked. All the other bags are also in stock as well. I know a lot of you guys have been asking when this bag is going to be back, and it is back. So I will have the link in the description box down below. I love this bag. It makes the best like everyday makeup bag or even toiletry bag for on-the-go situations. So that bag, the Everyday Small, the Classic Bag Collection, and the Full Bag Collection are all in stock. So I will have the website linked down below in case you guys were wanting to pick up the medium bag specifically. I was meaning to tell you guys that it is back in stock. All right, so now that we have some pink on the eyes, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this blue. This is called Gola. This is a really pretty blue. I'm gonna tap off the excess and I'm gonna kind of apply this to the outer portion of the lid. Of course, I would pick these two colors. It's like cotton candy, which is my favorite kind of color scheme. And I was hoping that when I blend them together that it would make a purple, and it does. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm gonna try to keep the blue the most intense right up against the lash line. All right, next I'm gonna take this shimmer shade right here on the bottom center called Karama. And I'm going to apply this on the center of the lid. Has a nice metallic base. I say base because I do have another product that I love that won an award. So I wanted to incorporate that into this tutorial as well. But I mean, you could totally just do this look on its own with just that palette, and it's so pretty. This blue shimmer is everything. I actually really, really love it. Just gonna buff the edges with that brush we were just using. All right, so this next product, I was so excited that it won an award because it's one of my personal favorite eye products, like single shadow type products. I bought this myself. Gosh, it's been months now, and I swatched it at Sephora. This was last year sometime, and I just was mesmerized by this in the store. I bought it immediately. It's this right here. It's the Kaja Moon Crystal Sparkling Eye Pigment, and I have the shade Mystical. I think this is the best shade personally. I don't own any of the other shades, but this is definitely the best one I thought when I swatched them. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of that on the back of my hand. I'm gonna smooth it out and then pick it up on my finger, and I'm just gonna tap this onto the lid. It looks amazing layered on top of other metallic shadows, or you can wear it on its own, honestly, but I just like it as a little more of a topper. It's so pretty. The lights are not gonna do it justice here. Just know that this is even more gorgeous in person, so if you can't tell already, I already agree that this is an award-winning product. It's so pretty. I should try the other shades, but this one makes me feel like a mermaid, and who doesn't want that? Oh, speaking of mermaid, you guys, I am all over the place today. So my nail polish, I always like to try the nail polishes that win awards, and there were a couple high-end polishes that I really wanted to try. Now that's why I have different kinds on my nails. I don't necessarily feel like they really match each other that well, but I wanted to share them with you. So the first one is this right here. This is from UOMA Beauty and the shade Worthy one. I think it was like best pink polish or something like that. And then one of the best metallic polishes, or maybe it was the best metallic. This one is from Nails Inc. and it's called Let's Take a Shelfie. So that's what I have on like the accent. And again, like the camera's not picking up how beautiful this is. I definitely feel like both colors are really nice, but of course I'm gravitating towards this one. But yeah, I'm excited about this. The packaging is to die for on this one right here. So I am excited about it. I do really like the pink color, but yeah, that metallic one is definitely more my speed. Well, I definitely enjoy the eye look. We're going full-on cotton candy. It's a little bit spring looking. I know we're in fall, but oh well. Okay, so I'm gonna do mascara on the top lashes. There was a lash primer that won an award that I already own from Marc Jacobs. This is the Prime Velvet Primer. I like this. I don't find myself using it a lot though, so since I've already tried it, I want to kind of mention that that might not be worth your money. I don't know, it's just so personal when it comes to mascara and primers and all that. But this mascara won an award, which is so exciting. It's the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara. If it would focus, there we go. This deserved an award a long time ago, okay? You guys know I've been using this for years. It's literally one of my all-time favorite mascaras. I always travel with this. It's just the best, like most reliable mascara, you know? So I wanted to give that a little shout out, and I'll probably use this on my lower lashes today since I've used this so many times on my channel and you guys already know how much I love it. If you haven't tried this, you definitely need to, and it is well deserving of an award. But there was also an interesting mascara that I did want to try, and it is this one right here from Gucci. I've never purchased a Gucci makeup item in my life. Here we go. There's a first time for everything. This is the Lash by Lash Buildable Volume Mascara. The packaging is just too good on this, let's be honest. But, you know, we'll see if the formula is any good at all. So here's the brush. I was actually expecting maybe like a more fluffy brush, but it seems like a more silicone type situation. So let's give this a little whirl. I'm just going to apply it to the top lashes for now. And you guys know, a lot of mascaras can look good right upon application, but if they do not wear well, it's a no for me. Okay, so this is actually a little bit softer than what I was expecting, but maybe it's buildable. I like the applicator on it. I'm gonna try a second layer. I do feel like it built up a little more with a second coat, but it's not overkill. Ooh, okay, actually I really do like how that looks. I will leave a note for you guys in the description about all these newer products that I'm trying. I'm not able to do like a full-on wear test today, but I will write down at the end of the night, I'll take notes on anything that's wearing weird or whatever. I will definitely update you guys on the mascara, so be sure to check the description for my opinion on it. So let's go ahead and move on to Complexion. Tell you what, I feel kind of cute with these little eye patches on, especially with my cotton candy eye situation. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these. They felt really nice. I liked it. Plus I felt like now my under eye area is like ready to go. So we're gonna move on to Complexion. There were a couple primers that I own that I really do enjoy that won an award. One of them includes this right here. This is the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum. I really do like this. But in the splurges category, they gave an award to this whole entire system. So this is gonna give away the next like few products, but oh well. And I finally caved. You guys, I have kind of wanted this, kind of not. Every time I've almost purchased it, I've always talked myself out of it. So I use this video as an excuse to buy it, basically. I have genuinely wanted to try it though for so long, and so many of you guys have asked me. It's the Mcgrath whole Sublime skin finish system. So the whole system won an award. So that's their primer, foundation, and powder. So that's what I'm going to be using today. Other foundations that won though that you need includes this one. You guys, I'm so excited this won an award. I've been talking about it nonstop recently, and I'm so glad it won. It's definitely an award winner in my book. It's so good. Another one that won for light coverage is this right here. This is the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. I do find myself reaching for that one as well. So yeah, those are like two really, really good foundations. So I have high hopes for this Mcgrath one. I've heard such good things about it, but the price tag is what stopped me before. And then this video just made me jump and do it. So we're gonna go ahead and open up the primer. I'm glad that they recommended like the bundle. There's like a set you can buy where you save a lot of money if you want to try the primer, foundation, and powder. I mean, you don't save a lot of money, but you save more than if you bought them individually on Sephora or something. Well, Mcgrath always wins with the packaging. Here is the primer bottle. I don't even know what this is supposed to do. It literally doesn't say. Let's just try it. Okay, I was almost expecting something a little more fluid. This has a little bit of a smoothing texture to it. I wasn't expecting that. I thought it would be like a luminous situation. Oh, it smells good actually. Just gonna apply this all over the skin. Okay, I feel like that feels nice. It kind of has a cooling effect on the skin. Oh, I just noticed my mascara marks. Hang on. That didn't really get rid of them, but that's all right. All right, so my skin is left feeling smooth. There's a subtle glow to it, but it's not the main thing that you get. I think you get more smoothness out of this than anything. That's interesting. I don't know if I'm like floored about that yet, but I guess it depends on how it wears or how it looks underneath foundation. So that's what we'll have to test out. So next, the very famous Mcgrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I picked mine up in the shade 3 and I really hope that it matches me. Oh my gosh, I just did one pump on the back of my hand and it is very liquidy. Whoa. I'm gonna pick this up on the back of my hand. I should probably shake the bottle before using it. Whoops. Oh well, too late now. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this all over the complexion. Okay, so it's a little more sheer than I thought. It has a very nice glide to it, and you can still see my skin underneath, which I do like that in foundations. I feel like this shade works for me. It helps kind of cancel out my redness and even out everything. It's a little bit light, but I still think it works. Okay, so that was one pump and it covered the bottom half of my face. I'm gonna shake the foundation this time to see if the texture is any different. Nope. It's still a very, very runny formula. So interesting. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply that to the forehead. And then I'm taking what's left and adding more coverage to the cheek area. That's where I get the most redness. And then I'm gonna take what's left on the back of my hand with my sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and press that into the skin. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this is looking really, really nice. I love how natural it looks. Like my skin is still showing through, which could be a pro or a con, just depending on your preferences when it comes to foundation. I have become more interested in a little bit more of a sheer formula. I just feel like it helps my skin look the most natural. But don't get me wrong, I love a good full coverage foundation as well. Wow, okay, I'm really liking how that foundation is looking. So let's move on to concealer and then we'll try out the Mcgrath powder. There were two concealers that I really wanted to try out. I've actually wanted to try this for a while now. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. And then this was really interesting. This is technically like a drugstore-ish price. I think it was around like $14. So I guess it's more of an in-between price, but this is the Sephora Clear and Cover Acne Treatment Concealer. Since I have blemish-prone skin, I thought it would be kind of fun to try this out along with the Armani. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this over blemishes. And again, this is a product that like I'm gonna have to use for a while before being able to tell you like if it actually did anything for my acne, but we can test the coverage. So I'm just gonna blend that out with a sponge. And just in case you're wondering, I bought the shade 2 Linen. The thing with salicylic acid that I have learned the hard way, there was this Maybelline concealer that I used to really love. I think it was like the Better Skin Concealer. And I used to put it under my eyes and it would just dry it out like crazy. So don't put these kinds of concealers that are like acne treatments under your eyes because the acid is just a little too harsh for that area. So I'm just gonna go ahead and layer that up. I feel like I did a nice job concealing things. All right, let's try the Luminous Silk Concealer. I bought the shade number 4. I felt like the undertone looked good, but I don't know if it's gonna be too dark or not. Maybe it'll be fine. I'm just gonna dot that underneath the eyes. Ooh, the applicator is really cool and nice. I'm gonna take the other side of my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Complexion brush and just blend that out. And then once I have it mostly blended out, I'm gonna take what's left and apply it in the center. I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just press that into the skin. Okay, that concealer is nice. I definitely feel like you can still see a little bit of my darkness, so it's not a full coverage concealer, but I would probably offset that with just a corrector versus adding more product on because I really like how weightless it feels under the eye. The coverage is there, but it's not a full coverage concealer. I would definitely say it's more sheer to medium, but once blended out, it looks really nice on the skin. Okay, we're gonna set everything with the Mcgrath powder. Another setting powder that won is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Powder. I swear this won an award last year. I could be wrong. It's a good powder. The Fenty Beauty powder is a good powder for like glam makeup days, but I don't really reach for it as much as like my Thrive Causemetics powder or my Charlotte Tilbury one. So I'm excited to try this one from Mcgrath. Let's see. This is in the shade Light 1. Oh wait, hold up. We've got to do some cream bronzer first. So there are two bronzers that won an award. This one won in the clean beauty category, I believe. This is the Tower 28 Bronzino bronzer. This is actually an illuminating bronzer, so I might layer this on top of the other bronzer that won an award, just because I'm not sure like how it would look by itself, but I wanted to try it. And then also, I already own this. It is really nice. I haven't used it in a while though, so I'm excited to reuse it again. This is the Nudies bronzer stick in the shade Bondi Bay. This formula one, not necessarily the shade, they have lots of shades in this. I'm gonna go ahead and warm this up on the back of my hand, and then I'm gonna take my contour brush and just kind of start warming up the complexion with this. Oh, actually, I think this won like best dewy bronzer. So it definitely does have a nice dewy finish since it is a cream. It's really pretty. I feel like it gives just the right amount of warmth. Take that down the neck as well. Okay, I do want to try this Tower 28 bronzer situation. I'm gonna dip my brush into this. This is probably gonna be very dewy. I'm gonna add that right on top. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the difference. This is dewy, but this is like, whoa, a lot more golden, which I have been really enjoying a little bit of a sheen in my bronzers, honestly. That one's pretty sheeny though. So I would definitely do what I did here and layer this one. I'm not sure how much I would use it like on its own. I'm using my sponge to try to blend that in on the forehead and also on the cheeks. All right, so now let's go back to that powder. So I'm gonna open this up. Oh, it has like a little mesh net. I love packaging like this. So it actually has a little bit of a light pink undertone, which is great for fair skin tones, but there are several different shades in this, just so you know. I'm gonna go ahead and use that to set the under eye area. I like how finely milled this is. I'm just setting the T-zone, and it looks very smooth and undetectable on the skin, but it also feels like it's setting the makeup really well. That's the best way I can describe it. Like it feels like when I move my face, like I can feel the powder, but it's not too heavy. That's nice. All right, let's go ahead and do the lower lash line. I'm just gonna quickly do this, otherwise this video is gonna be a million years long, even though it probably is. I'm gonna dip into the pink shade first, and I'm blending that out across the entire lower lash line. Okay, and then I'm gonna take a little bit more of a flat brush and dip into that blue shade in the palette, the matte blue. And I want this one kind of up against that lash line. I love the color that those two make when they're blended together. So pretty. I'm gonna go in with that metallic blue shade that we used on the lid and just apply that on like the inner third. Gosh, that's so pretty. I really, really like this palette. I'm just gonna blend everything together. And there were like eyeliners that won, but you guys, I just don't really wear eyeliners enough. So if you're interested to see which eyeliners won, I'll have the whole list linked down below, but I didn't pick any up for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Thrive Causemetics Liquid Lash Extensions Mascara for the lower lashes. I definitely feel like the Thrive mascara gives more volume than that Gucci one. The Gucci one is pretty, but I almost feel like I could get like the same effect with the Thrive one. And it's a formula that I already know works really well for me, so we'll see. I'm not gonna judge it quite yet because I haven't worn the Gucci one long enough, but just with the comparison on the top and bottom lashes, I feel like the Thrive one can give a little more volume than what I got with the Gucci one. However, with mascaras, sometimes you have to have them open for a minute for them to really build volume, so maybe that's the case, I don't know. I might add these later. These actually won an award. It's such an like old product, but interestingly enough, I've kind of like re-fallen back in love with these, and I really do enjoy the formula. It's an oldie but a goodie, so the Benefit Hoola bronzers won an award. I might touch up the bronzer at the end with those, but let's move on to, let's do blush. So one of the high-end blushes that won is this right here from Clarins or Clairon, if you're from France. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. The Jolie blush won an award, and sometimes they have like specific shades that win. Sometimes they're like, we just like the formula and you just pick whatever. But this one specifically, I read the notes and they talked about this shade. So this is called 07 Cheeky Peach. They said something about how they felt like it looked really great on all skin tones. So that's why I wanted to try out the shade that they suggested. I don't know if it's gonna be like a perfect match for this look here, but oh well. We're gonna try it out anyway. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and layer this on the cheeks. Okay, so what I'm noticing immediately is it is a little bit more of like a sheer formula, but in a really nice way. It's not too pigmented at all. I feel like you can't really go overboard with this. This is just my first impressions, you guys, obviously. There's a slight sheen to this one. It also has a like watermelon smell to it. Okay, so that applied a lot softer than I anticipated, but not in a bad way. Like again, I feel like the pigment is buildable if you want it to be, but it's really foolproof in the sense that it's a little more sheer. It's very finely milled, so it just blends right on into the cheeks. You can see that little bit of sheen on there. Oh, I really like that. We've got our seasons messed up with this makeup look here. Oh, it came with a brush. I probably should have tried the brush. Oh well, maybe I'll touch up with that in a minute. All right, so for highlighter, there were a few different highlighters that won. I wanted to try this right here. This is from Becca Cosmetics. It's the Becca Ignite Liquified Light Highlighter. They actually sent me some of these a while back, but the shades were too dark, so I'm hoping this one works a little better. This is the shade Acceptance. Here it is right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and take that on my sponge, kind of blend it into the back of my hand. Whoa, that's a very fragrant highlighter. Oh my gosh, it smells good, but it's a strong fragrance. I wasn't expecting that. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this to the high points of the cheeks. Ooh, it looks like it matches. It looks like it's gonna work. So this specific shade has a little bit of like a pink shift to it, which I think works very nicely with our springtime cotton candy look in September, almost October. What can you do? Here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on the center of the nose, a little on the cupid's bow. Oh, wait a minute. That's actually really, really nice for like that glass skin effect. Oh. Whoa, I really like that. The smell is very strong though. I pray that it does not break me out because I'm very sensitive when it comes to products and fragrance can tend to break me out. We'll find out, I guess. I'll take one for the team. All right, there were so many different lip colors that won. They have like different winners for different categories. Like depending on what your skin tone is, they give you a nice neutral color for 3 different skin tones, light, medium, and dark. They give you like a classic red, a rose pink, a bright pink, a coral. I was not about to try like 17 different lip products, and a lot of the formulas I do really like already. So instead I figured I would wear the neutral that they recommended for light skin, which is the Bare Minerals Mineralist Hydra Smoothing Lipstick in the shade Insight. So they were specific with the shade. Here it is right here. It's a little bit of a peachy nude, which actually I was a little nervous about my makeup look all matching, but it seems like it's coming together, folks. Just wiping off the foundation that got on the lips. It actually matches my nails too. This worked out great. Okay, so I don't think there was a lip liner that won. If I missed it, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this straight to the lips. And I do really like this formula from Bare Minerals. It matches really well with the blush, kind of. It has that peachy undertone. I've actually never tried this shade, I don't think. My only worry is I'm very picky about like this inner lip line. Hopefully it blends in well enough to where it doesn't create that dreaded crusty lip line. I just hate that. But the color is very nice and very flattering on my skin tone too. All right, so this is an award winner in my book. I'm so excited it won an award. It doesn't surprise me though. This is one of my favorite lip products to date, and it's the Bobbi Brown Crushed Oil Infused Gloss. Need I say more? I know I've talked about this all year long. This is the shade Force of Nature that I wanted to wear. There were several products that won awards that I really like the Dior lip oil one. That's a really nice product, but I wanted to wear this because I love it so much. Of all the things in this video, I mean, I'm a little biased because I love these so much, but of all the things in this video, if you had to just choose one, you should pick this up if you haven't tried it already. It's so good. Well, my friends, I really like how this look has turned out. Let me make sure that there's not anything else I'm forgetting. So I am actually going to take a tiny bit of the Hoola Light Bronzer. You can see how well loved that is on a big brush, and I'm just going to kind of use this to lightly set the bronzer, even though both of them are meant to be dewy. I felt like I needed to lock it in a little bit with something. Guys, that highlighter actually I'm very impressed with. I hope it doesn't break me out. Actually, let's take that highlighter, just the teensiest amount. And I'm gonna actually try to use this as my inner corner highlight. We'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, I think that works nicely. It's a nice subtle glow in that inner corner. All right, so for setting spray, the Urban Decay All Nighter won an award, which is still to date one of my very, very favorite classic setting sprays, but this one won for Best Dewy Setting Spray, and it is really beautiful. It's the Hourglass Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray. I don't know if we need to be any more dewy than this, but here we go. I'm just gonna spray this, focusing on the sides of the face, just to add even more glow. That is a nice setting spray. I really do enjoy it. I'm gonna go ahead and press everything down into the skin. I'm gonna take just the tiniest bit of the Pat McGrath powder to just kind of reset the T-zone. I usually like to do this because for me, my T-zone gets pretty oily, so I like to make sure that that's set. There's actually a brow gel that won an award that I wanted to share, and it's from Wander Beauty. I feel like this won an award earlier too, but I could be wrong. This is the Frame Your Face, gosh, the words are so tiny, Precise Brow Gel in the shade Dark Brown. At least that's the shade that I have, so I'm gonna go ahead and set the brows. I probably should have brushed up the brows first. Please hold. It's definitely making my brows nice and dark, which I probably would have preferred to have them a little lighter just because of the dramatic eye. At least it's a dramatic eye for me. And usually when I have more of a statement eye look, I like to keep the brows a little softer. So this wouldn't be my top pick for a glam look, but I feel like I might reach for it if I have more of a basic eye look on. I'm just taking that brush that we used, the brow powder, and I'm kind of running that through. I didn't dip it back in. I'm just kind of trying to perfect the shape a little. All right, folks, so that completes the makeup look using all of the 2020 Allure Best of Beauty Award winners. Well, not all of the, but most of the winners. And I have to say, I really do like how my makeup turned out. I'm definitely feeling a vibe for the eyes. You guys know it's like cotton candy mermaid, and that's like my favorite thing. So I'm a little biased toward the eyes. I actually am really impressed with the blush. I think my skin looks really, really fresh. I love the highlighter. Fingers crossed that it does not break me out because of all that fragrance. I'll keep you posted. I probably won't know if it breaks me out for another few days though, so I'll be sure to update you if I notice anything. I actually feel like the lip combo is really nice together. I enjoyed the brow powder. Oh, the Complexion products based off my first impression. The thing I'm the most excited about is the foundation. I did really like the primer and the powder, but the foundation had a unique texture that I don't think any of my other foundations have. So I'm really excited about that. I really liked how it made my skin look. Yeah, I guess we'll have to see, you know, as I wear this through the rest of the night. I'll be sure to leave notes in the description box down below off of anything that I notice. You know, if anything goes wrong or looks amazing, I will let you know. So yeah, I really enjoyed filming this video. They're seriously some of my very favorites to film. If you haven't seen my drugstore version, be sure to find that in the description box as well. And stay tuned for my personal yearly favorites coming at the end of the year. These types of videos make me excited to share with you guys what I feel like are award winners, so I'm excited for that, and some of these will probably be mentioned in that video, honestly. Let me know what your favorite product was that I tried out today, whether you've tried it or not. I want to know what you've been the most intrigued by. Also, if you've tried any of these products, let me know if you feel like they're award winners or if you feel like something else should have won in replacement of it. I always love to kind of start that conversation in the comments too. So yeah, that's it from me today. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Click on the bell after you subscribe and you'll get a notification every single time I post. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!